Right, after a painful week away, we are back. FTRL GT3. I can hear myself in Lee's microphone, but that's okay. We are at Grand Valley for week number 5 of the debut GT3 season, and I'm very excited. I've given away my co-commentator for the evening. It is the other FTRL OG. It's Mr. Lee Cole. Hello, Lee.
Hello.
How art
Hello.
thou?
I'm very good. Very good. I'm glad we're back. Cause last week was painful, not having any FTRL related things going on.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to get back into it.
Very excited indeed. Now, a couple of things to go over. We're going to start qualifying before I forget. First one being, we are just FTRL again.
We are.
Big deep breaths.
Sad times.
Sad times, yes. Also a little bit relieved.
Yeah, it means we could be ourselves, which is probably good for you, not having to control what you say on the stream.
Yeah. I mean, look, listen. Yeah, I try. No, joking aside, and whatever else, I will sort of do this very quickly. The partnership or affiliation with Bristol Street Motors was discontinued / broken. It was a choice that we made. It wasn't a choice that they made. Now, I won't go into details, but effectively it felt very heavy from one side, and everybody that knows me and the other lads in any sort of capacity will know that FTRL is about all of us and everybody that watches and just enjoys themselves. It's not. We don't ever want it to become something that it's not, and we don't ever want to become what everybody else tries to be. We are very unique, we're very niche, and I would only ever do best by what we always set out to do, and I'll leave it there basically. But I think it's the right thing. It's not a completely closed door, it's just been pushed to for now. Something we'll revisit another time. But yeah, FTRL is back, and because I was always obviously so careful on what I said and how I worded everything, yeah, it's now I can go back to being my true self, and I'm sure that that's what everybody really wanted.
I'm definitely excited for that.
No,
and if it's going to come out anyway, it's definitely going to be tonight.
Yeah, no, you are right. Right, anyway, so back to the action. We are on board with Championship leader Jadon or James or Oven or other things we can't say on stream, even without Bristol Street Motors.
We can? Oh, okay.
Probably frowned upon. So, obviously, the Bristol Street Motors team have now left FTRL, and my team will now be representing the Team Dynamics liveries from the British touring car of old. And Oven has obviously come in and helped us for a week, so we've brought him in as our junior driver, as our young driver. And it is a Halfords livery, which is a Honda on a Jaguar, and I know that will upset people like you. However, it's part of the team, so we're gonna embrace it, Lee. How does it make you feel seeing that livery on that car?
I've always been a touring car fan, so I enjoy that livery. It's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, we should be on a Honda, but I can forgive that. So.
Yeah, Oblivion's gone the other way. He's now put Accelerate Motorsport on his car.
So he didn't get the memo. However, he's gone a very quick time.
He's gone very
first
quick.
Up at the box.
I've heard.
They were saying sort of low 11s would be pole time, but he's already dipped into the 10s.
Yeah, he's. I mean, the car looks really, really nice, and he's going incredibly fast. A lot of the guys were very concerned about him, and he's proved why. So.
He's slightly getting held up by Owen, though, at the moment.
Yeah.
Battling on track.
Owen, who's repping the Mars Ice Cream livery. Mikey's up in third in his Aston Martin Jaguar.
That one triggers me more, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, triggers me a bit more as well. Matt Mann in fifth. Braid in P4. Oven's obviously resounding championship leader. I mean, I think it's 21 points is his gap, I believe. just from memory. But Matt Man P5. FaZe Potter had a really good opening week. He in his IKEA car. He is P6. Recipe for Jam up to 7. That's really nice for him. Goikart repping the. Is that a Brawn style livery? It is.
I don't know. I've got the default livery on my screen at the minute.
Yep, Goikart's repping the Brawn livery, so they've.
Yes, yes.
Yep, there we go. So he's inherited a. T. Smith has inherited a Goy, so Royston in the old Nesquik livery still, which I love. And Dane in P10, Nobby Norris P11, Imar Boosty 12, Owen in P13, and Callum in his non-racing but racing Milker livery. He's just gone up to P8, so we're looking good.
Big improvement there. 2.3 second improvement on the lap. It's a solid lap from Callum.
Yep, Recipe for Jam has gone for the old Jordan livery. Has he always had this?
Oh, as Mikey has resumed to type and has just finned it.
For God's sake.
And he's also dropped to P5 with 5 Goys up in P3. Mattman
Yeah.
P4.
See, yeah, Goy was looking really quick in practice. So, I mean, look at the company he's put himself in there. I mean, Bread needs a very good lap. Final lap, should I say. He's coming around the final corner, which is...
I think Goy's on the beach with the seals.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
It's the place he wants to be, I think.
Yeah, he can be himself. Yeah, Bread has improved and he's gone back above Matman, but Goy has outqualified him.
Yes, very impressive effort from Goy Carp.
Yeah, now, talk to everybody about the difficulties of Grand Valley Lee. This is obviously a very old school Gran Turismo circuit. With this particular layout, we're going to see a lot of sort of understeer moments. If people are going to go side by side through here, they're going to struggle a lot of the lap.
Yeah, I mean, obviously as it was Grand Valley Speedway, it's become Grand Valley Highway, so changed the surroundings, and obviously there's a lot of dirt to catch you out, so you really need to be careful with track limits around here. Sector 1, I think, is sort of after the hairpin, sort of down the hill. That sort of downhill off-camber section is going to be a really tricky phase for the drivers to try and stay on track, because the circuit drops away where the two layouts meet, and you've got a tight, twisty technical section as well. Banging the walls will get penalties as well, and you can't really cut the corners again because track limits around here are really strict. So yeah, lots of the drivers to take care of tonight. So
yeah, well,
it's quite narrow as well, isn't it? It feels very narrow. I wasn't a big fan when it first came out, just because I thought it was quite narrow. There's not really much overtaking opportunities, but having raced it a few times, I've kind of warmed to it a little bit now.
I really like it. I must admit, I do. I really like it. Right. Just before we proceed, we've got a few people in the chat. Good evening, Biggles, Derek, Homer, who's racing tomorrow. He's had a really good debut season. Captain Chubbs, Pagani, Tom, Joker, Blue Flag, Unsafe Release, Peteman's in the chat, and Matt Mann as well, who's just about to race. But I believe for the first time this season, Oven isn't on pole.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So Oblivion has broken the streak.
Time out, didn't he? No, Bread didn't take pole last time, did he?
I can't remember.
I think he did Bread get pole last time.
Oh no, he did at Tokyo. I'm lying.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. I've had a week off and I'm all out of sorts. But no, either way, it's maybe okay. The second week in a row then that Oven isn't on pole, which, considering he got it for the first 3, are we seeing a dip in form? I mean, he's not too far off, but.
Is a dip in form P2? That's not really much of a dip, is it?
Well, I've heard him called worse. Anyway, right, that is true. We've got 34 people watching. If you haven't liked the button already, then you are knobs. I'll just say that. There we go.
If you haven't liked the button, like the button.
If you haven't liked the like button,
we're back now.
Then like the like button, you knobs. There we go.
Like the like button. Don't like the stream, but like the like button.
Like the like button. Just admire it. Right. Anyway, who's your prediction?
I think based on his qualifying pace, Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah. I think I share this with you. Lee, I'm going to ask you to do what you do best, and what you do better than anybody else, and that's be quiet whilst I start the race. No, take us away, my friend.
Okay, then there we go then. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the first race of the evening is... Go. Everybody seems to get away well. Good start from Oblivion on the front row. Goy's had a good start as well, trying to come up to challenge Oven. They go side by side up towards the hairpin for the first time, but Oblivion has got the launch and he will lead into turn 1. pack filters in, then is everybody going to get round okay? Everybody's being nice and cautious after a week off. Nice to see. Lessons have been learned. Yeah, everybody around the first corner successfully, and here we go down the hill then for the first time. Oblivion leading them through. From Oven, Bread, Goycart, Mikey 5th, and Matman, Nobby Norris. And FaZe Potter, Callum, Royston, Dane in 11th, Bruce Lee in 12th, looking up the inside there, kicking up some dirt as they head into this hairpin for the first time. Then Owen and Recipe for Jam all the way down to 14th.
Look at the lads all being sensible on the opening lap lead. Look at this.
It's the most civil, I think. It wasn't too bad last time out at Tokyo. Well, the race 3 got a bit scruffy, didn't it? But on the whole, it was very much... It was a good week last time out for the GT3 boys.
Yeah, well, the top 3 in the championship have made a break for it. They got a 1.3 second gap to Goy, who's got Mikey just behind. I'm hoping that these guys don't scrap too much, because if they work together, you know, these guys, although they're quicker at the moment, you know, it's only a couple of tenths every lap. If they work together where they can, they might be able to stay close. But no, it's
around the hairpin second time as well, successfully there. A little bit deep, but all kept it on the black stuff.
Yeah, Royston and Callum, are they going to do it? Side by side, no, Callum's basically stopped. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Recipe for Jam.
Oh,
there we go.
On Callum.
Splattered up the wall for the second time this season. The cap's come off. The juices are flowing. It's gone everywhere.
Bruce Lee let Callum back through again and then held up Owen, who's now on attack, and now he's got Dane side by side as they come out of the tunnel. And Dane gets down the inside and up into P12.
Oblivion is out of slipstream range, well, he's now back in it, but he's very close. Oven had a good run for the last corner. He's going to gain back some time here. That was a big moment for him there, for Oven.
Yeah, definitely did to that slipstream, because Bread is right up behind him as well. But I think with the slipstream, they're all just kind of staying as you are.
Yeah, Mikey's got half second penalty. Is he going to
Goy though?
Is he look what? Okay, interesting.
He's taking the long way around.
Yeah, Goy taking the wider line. Interesting from Mike there, considering he's got his penalty. He'll have to serve it in a second.
Side by side again. Trying to sweep in line, but has to see the position then.
Goy driving well at the minute.
Face. Dirty taxi from Mikey.
Yeah, Mike's after the penalty line's just around this corner here. A bit of a horrible place to serve a penalty, but nevertheless he's going to serve it anyway. Goy goes through. Is Matman going to follow him through, or is Mikey okay? Matman's going to have a look.
Sending it.
Mikey giving him a lot of space, but no, Mikey stays ahead for now. And that could give Goy the opportunity to make a bit of a break for it if he has a good run out of the final corner, which he doesn't. Oven has dropped Bread.
Yeah, about to say, yeah, Bread slipped out of slipstream range, so second back. Still in touch though, but needs a good couple of corners here to try and get back on terms with the front two, because if they should start pulling each other along,
yeah, this is
find himself in no man's land.
Frightening pace by the front two. I mean, Oblivion's done a 1:11.1. He's only a tenth quicker than Oven, who's had his slipstream for the whole lap. So,
Oblivion absolutely motoring on. Yeah. Oven just kind of hanging on really, which is not what we've seen this season. So it's good to see somebody taking the fight to Oven, especially in race 1, which I think Oven still got the clean sweep, hasn't he? Or did Bread win race 1?
I honestly can't remember. It's been so long. It's been literally a week, and it's been so long.
Well, to be fair, you have done quite a long race in between those.
Yeah, I did quite a big one. Yeah. FaZe Potter is sitting right behind Matman. Mikey's back up there with Goy.
Considering he's had very little practice, Nobby Norris is doing alright in P8.
Yep. It is very true. Oh, FaZe Potter's lent on Matman a little bit there. It's a bit of a...
Oh, Callum drifting into the tunnel. And again. Oh, he's going to go round. Oh, he's caught the wall.
I'm amazed he's not gone round.
Still kicking up tyre smoke.
Matman might not be too pleased with that overtake from FaZe Potter. It looked like he tagged his rear right and sent Matman to a half spin, and FaZe Potter just still kind of like bumped his way through into the position.
Classic touring car move there as Mikey looks up the inside of Goy and mounts the curb, and Goy gets away.
Joker's triggered by another livery. Another one. Insert DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Yeah. Not another one. Oh, Mikey's drifting all over the place.
Roasting close together.
Oh God, he's bottled it. Oh no, it's gone so wrong. He leant on the gravel. He faced the wrong way. And he said, "You know what? I'm going over here." Oh, now he's shoving that man all over the place. This is the Goy kart we know and love.
Oh, he's doing so well up to that point. I say it's a tricky call.
Oh, he's drifted everywhere. This is entertainment, this.
Oh, he needs to get his head back in gear.
Checking with the leaders. Oblivion is still just in slipstream range. Bread's working hard to get back in, and they got a 6.5 second gap back to Mikey.
Bread.
And the rest of them are all side by side. Mattman and Goy. Nobby Norris.
The top 3 that time around.
Yeah, Nobby Norris is interested as well. Goy holds the inside line. Mattman's going to go wider. Goy's not had a good run out of the first turn.
Oh, he's been shouldered.
Oh, he doesn't want to drift.
P6.
Drop down the order. Nobby Norris is giving him a gentle love tap on the bottom, I think. Have you missed any F-bombs?
Sure,
no, I've come close. I've come close. And Royston, the main man, is in P9 on the back of this train. I think Nobby's served the penalty.
Goes on Nobby.
See, Mikey's currently in a world of his own.
Behind as well. Dane, Bruce Lee, Jammer up the inside of him, and then recovering. Sorry, it's Owen, and then Callum trying to get back on terms after that smoke-filled sequence of corners we saw a lap ago.
Yeah, well, Oblivion's just done the fastest lap of the race, a 1:10.9 on lap 6, and he's now got himself out of slipstream range of Oven, who's tried to go deep into the first
there
corner
as well, into the hairpin, trying to recover that time. It's cost him more. Bread can't live with the pace either. He's had I'd say he still had a solid lap, but with the pace at the front, suddenly he finds himself 1.6 seconds in arrear.
Well, Mikey's in a world of his own, and probably,
as usual,
as I say, and his racing's going the same way. So I'd like to thank everybody as well for their recent myths about Mikey. I haven't laughed that much for quite a long time. So all of you that submitted the form and did that at the end, I admire you as people and as racers, and I enjoyed that very much. Some of them were absolutely incredible.
But the FTRL resident Benidorm in the chat,
Zombois. He's yeah. Out. Oh, Mattman just twatted the wall, and that's invited Goy to go round the outside back up to P6, and he's going to try and close down FaZe Potter. There's a 2-second gap. Royston and Nobby Norris are right there as well in this 4-car train. Dane and Bruce Lee are going side by side over the start-finish straight.
5-second penalty though.
For Jam,
personal best.
Owen 13, Callum 14's not having the best race at all. Yeah, Oblivion is going very quickly. Oven is giving it the absolute beans though.
So Oven's still hanging on. Again, both did 11.1s. So that's 8 thousandths of a second between them last time around.
Yeah, and Bread, who's highly motivated at the minute, is struggling to hang on to this pace.
Can't live with the pace at the minute.
Yeah,
tyre wear the front 3. Oblivion again. Look at his front left tyre is the worst of the front 3. It's not bad. I can't imagine giving him too much issues at this stage, but quite a lot more wear than Oven, and Bread's with the best of the front 3.
Everybody's crying out for the Mikey rumours. I'll do it in the race interlude. We'll read out a few. Oh, FaZe Potter, half-second penalty, and Goy has closed in half a second this lap. So don't rule out the return of the carp up to P5.
Royston and Mattman out the tunnel then. Here comes Royston. However, Mattman's got the tow from Goy, but Royston drawing alongside. It's got a real personal fastest lap.
Yeah, a few of the drivers have done that. Mattman's up the inside. Royston looking for a switchback. Oh, Royston looking for a switchback.
On each other again.
Oh, I very nearly had a moment to myself there. Oh, Royston,
over yet.
don't like
Royston
this
trying to
angle.
keep-
Ooh.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it, from that angle coming behind? But they
Yeah.
will sort themselves out.
Well, do you know what? I'm really impressed with all of them.
Yeah.
Other than FaZe Potter trying to kill Matman briefly, I think it's been pretty good. It's been pretty calm, and Goy Carp's all over the back of FaZe Potter.
Owen has got ahead of Dane, and he might now get Bruce Lee, who just served his half-second penalty.
Yeah, there's a nice little gaggle of cars in the midfield here. It's a solid word, isn't it? Gaggle. You can't go wrong.
Gaggle.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a gaggle. And Callum has got past Recipe for Jam in this intense battle for B13. Recipe for Jam's and he pushed him off.
Was it, or was it just Callum drifting the back end again?
It could well have been, but I'm going to say that for dramatic effect. There's attempted murder.
It's been a matter.
Oh, the Dane, the elegance of him. Look at him go. Thick boy nation. Send up the inside of Owen. He's gone for it. He's kind of gone for it. And it's not happened.
Just kicks the car out. Yeah, it's cost him.
They're going to go side by side. No, Dane tucks in behind.
Up front. So, oh, change for the lead.
Oh! Oh
Missed
no!
it. I didn't even see that. Change for the lead, and Oblivion down to P2.
Oh, he's had a moment somewhere. His tyre wear
On this lap,
significantly worse than everybody
2
else's
tenths
again.
quicker than Oven last time around. Bread's kind of brought Bread back in because that lead was about 3 seconds on Bread. But yeah, Oblivion's had a scruffy couple of corners. He's been off somewhere.
Yeah.
Dirty tyres because Oven 1.1 seconds clear suddenly.
I wonder if he's done a goy.
This is lap time 13.0, yeah. 2 seconds off his personal best that time, so he's had a big moment somewhere.
Oh, Pagani's getting angry at punctuation. He's got a new phone, and it automatically does. Poor race coverage, Andy. Fuck off. Go away. Commenting stuff like that. Right, sorry everyone. Let my emotions get the better of me there.
Alright then, so we'll have to see what can Oblivion do now. He's the chasee, or chaser rather than chasee.
Chasey, ooh.
Chasey Lane. I wrote to explain, I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, look at you go, Lee. Look at you.
Just wanted to ask. No, I won't do it.
Mikey's got 7.7 seconds ahead and 7.5 seconds back. Matt Mann just served the penalty. Fact of the moment. And FaZe Potter 6th. Goy's right in the middle of this. But some big progress from Goy already though this season. At the start, he was
absolutely.
painfully far back, wasn't he, Goy?
Yeah, I remember the last time we did it on GT Sport, and yeah, probably not a lot of practice involved to be honest, but yeah, it's
How
great
dare
to
you
see.
doubt Carp?
See the Carp doing what Carp does. And the slipstream now, FaZe Potter. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go for the inside. Might be the outside for the kink, or the inside for the hairpin. How's he on the brakes? Quite brave enough. Oh.
I mean, I admire it. It's been a really good race.
Back up front again, and Oblivion has got the magnets on. Nearly half a second quicker on that last lap, and Bread also just inching back up again, but left himself a lot to do over the last sort of 4 laps. So unless these two start tripping over each other, I think it's a 2-horse race.
Aaron, give us your random fact of the day. Lee, would you like to know a fact about beavers?
I would love to know a fact about beavers.
Did you know that beavers actually have orange teeth and they can be underwater for about 8 minutes? There you go. Fact of the day. I've got another fact for you. Is at some point Mikey will be 11th.
That is a fact, yes.
It is a fact. It's an FTRL based fact. What would be your artist name if you're rappers? I'm not going to say that.
Oh, Royston! Royston's had a car!
No, Royston! I was
Get away with it, but lost a bit of time there. I think it was. I don't know if he meant to send that there. He just arrived with a lot of mid-corner speed, and found a car up on the outside, floundering.
Oh, good word.
Oh, who was that going off? That was Matman kicking up the dirt.
You're making me have a panic attack of all these noises, Lee.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I'm
prone to them.
bad. You should hear Frome playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
Frome has just started playing Rocket League, and he makes a noise like the ball goes anywhere near your goal. That I can't even begin to describe the noise he makes.
Right, well, Oblivion is half a second away from Oven. These two have barely had any coverage because the rest of the race has just been so fun.
Indeed. But, you feel now that getting to the business end, Oblivion's going to take that lead back.
Yeah, is Nobby Norris going to push Goy, or is he going to attack? Let's have a look. Royston to the outside, Nobby Norris to the middle.
That's dangerous. But no, he's behaved himself. Fair play.
So Goy's got the line right there, but every time he loses a lot of speed coming out of the corner and ends up losing a position. Oh, Nobby Norris has pushed Goy inappropriately. That's the bad place to do that. And Goy's just let him go, I think, is he?
I think he did. I think he was on the wrong line, so I think he was not going to have an accident, and then Nobby slowed and let him through. So respectful racing from those two. Well done. Up front, it's getting close, but Oblivion's front left tyre is absolutely mullered again.
I don't know how he does it.
He's
a good driver, but we're never going to let him take part in one of these really long endurance events.
Oh, he's gone for it.
Oh,
we thought about it.
I don't know if it was intentional, whether it was a warning, or whether it was just complete outbreak.
Hand the lap early. He's right there now. Under pressure.
In the words of Westlife, Mikey's in a world of his own. I just had a really horrible image there. Oh, you know, as you come round turn one. Oh, what?
Oblivion tried to get the inside of Oven into the hairpin, but the door didn't actually open, and there was a little bit of contact, but nothing too troublesome for the pair of them. They've carried on, but that's given Oven a couple of tenths lead. 6
tenths is the lead here. Matman 5th, Phase Potter 6th, Royston 7th, Nobby 8th.
Half-second penalty for Oblivion.
And for Goy.
That's race over, surely.
He's got a bit lightning quick. To be 4 seconds ahead of Bread is really impressive, because Bread is by no means slow.
Mikey is 9 seconds behind Bread, 9 seconds ahead of Matman. So that's a continuity of gaps continues.
Yeah.
They'll probably end up 11 seconds by the end of the lap.
Oblivion needs to just put Oven under as much pressure as he can for the first half of this lap and hope he makes a mistake, because otherwise it is just race over. Matman's in a
section here, really. Oven goes fastest of all.
There's a statement for you, isn't it?
So mistake so far. They've been about to serve his half-second penalty.
Yeah, the gap's going to go over a second here.
And barring a big drama, you'd imagine that is the victory secured for Oven.
It's been a very good lap from Oven, this. I didn't see if he was purple in Sector 2, but it wouldn't surprise me if this ends up being a purple lap.
But you look at how consistent he's been. 11-1, 2, 11-3, 11-1, 11-6, 11-6, 11-4, 11-3, 11-5. Like, all his laps within, well, at least from lap 7 to 15 on used tyres.
Yeah,
all
superb.
within 4 tenths of a second, 4-5 tenths of a second.
But then he pulls to the inside, and there's a reason why he's your championship leader. He's done it again. Oven takes race 1 after a brilliant drive from Oblivion, who got pole position, fastest lap as well. Outstanding race. Bread with a really solid P3. Mikey with P4 has surprised us all. Matman's going to come home in P5. FaZe Potter P6. He's got a 1 second penalty, but it's not going to affect his final position. Royston P7. Nobby Norris P8. Goy Carp, unfortunately, P9.
Yeah, I think Goy does better than that.
Yeah, Bruce Lee P10.
Again, pace was there. It's just a couple of little mistakes, a couple of little bumps there. Probably not his doing as well.
Yeah, well. Dane P11. Owen beats Recipe for Jam to the line for P12. Nice job from Owen. And Callum after a 1 minute 20 on lap 15. Interesting. It's not
And
quite made it to the
attempted
line there,
J-turn
Callum.
over the
Yeah,
line.
there we go.
Didn't quite work.
It's not gone too well, that one for him. But there we go, job done. We need to pull up the random wheel. And that man does it again.
Of course, if it's been a while, if you have forgotten, of course, race 2 is a reverse grid draw, pair positions 6 through 10, which the random wheel will generate, and that person will go to pole for race 2, with race 3 being a reverse championship grid coming into this week.
You're all going to hear my my wheel spin here, so here we go. Here we go. It's going to be either 8 or 9. It has just crept into 9. Who was 9th?
That would be 5 guys.
Oh, Lord Carp himself. That was very close. It was hairline. Okay, right. Let's change this over. 41 people watching. Good evening, all of you. Before you run away and realise you don't like being here, please like the stream.
I like the like button.
Like the like button. And enjoy doing it. Right, change the event settings. The room is being prepared, Lee. Just so you're aware. Yep. It's being prepared.
I am prepared.
You are prepared, that's good, that's handy. Right, everybody in the cars. And then I need you to read back the old resulty poos for me when you can.
When you ready?
When everybody's in the cars, yes. It is just, I think there's 2 people. I can't see. Lick the like button, Pagani said. So it's Mikey and Nobby Norris. Nobby, stop writing and get in your car. And now, oh, Colombian Jonesy's here.
Way.
Go on, Colombian Jonesy. Nice to see you, my friend. My nan's just texted me saying, we are watching, please like the stream, love Nan. Nan, I don't need to like it, I'm the one doing it, you knob. Right, I need the reverse grid,
you
please.
You did like it then. Right,
Yeah,
I'll go on pole.
Go on pole, yep, correct.
He's joined to the throw bar, Mr. Noble Norris.
Oh, God. Chaos. Kvyat on second.
Let's quick on P3.
Please mention Nan and Grandad. Stop it. This is a very serious stream. Royston third, yep.
Face Potter. Potter.
Yep.
YA man, it's Batman in P5 like.
Don't do that again.
Sorry. Mr. P11 is next.
So just put him 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
The bread.
Bread, and then Oblivion, and then
Jadon.
Yeah, and then Bruce Lee, then Dane, then Owen,
and then Bruce Lee, then Dane, then Owen, and
Recipe for Jam, and then Callum,
and then Callum.
Beautiful. Callum Shalom. Right, 1 minute warning. So I'm gonna, whilst we're doing this, I will open some of these up here. So, for those that don't know, for context, we've done a little bit of feedback for this season for the drivers, and at the end of it, just so we started planning for next season already, because we are very prepared. And we asked the drivers to come up with a creative rumour/myth about Mikey to humour us. And we've had quite a few coming. The first one's just funny. It says Mikey has a great head of hair. That one just made me laugh. Some of these other ones here. I heard that when Mikey drinks from a water fountain, he puts his whole mouth around the spout. That was a good one.
These ones about Mikey or Tom?
No, these are all Mikey. Somebody just put who, and then somebody else just put. Rumour has it that Mikey only finishes 11th because he thinks it counts as a double win because there's 2 number 1s in it.
I can appreciate that logic.
Legend has it that Mikey's still trying to finish the first level of roll off on Fall Guys that he ever took part in. That one made me laugh.
You're welcome.
somebody else heard that Mikey pissed his mother-in-law's bed once, and now he can't see his wife's family anymore because of it.
Or his wife.
Yeah, or his wife, yeah. I mean, they don't live together, so it's fine. Apparently, Mikey's private magazine stash only contains images of Mikel Antonio. Mikey teabagged T. Smith so hard that Tom's hair fell out. And there'll be a couple more. Just I'm with good flow here. Mikey enjoys a good... I can't say that one. I can't say that one. Mikey is actually just an early example of AI with a glitch. I'll do 2 more. Apparently Mikey uses inverted settings when driving. Mikey sniffs the seats on public transport and ranks the smell from 1 to 10 between different bus lines. And some say his favourite biscuit is a malted milk and that he uses gender-neutral pronouns. So there we go. Right, let's start the race. Race number 2. There's all your Mikey myths. If we all want to do a Mikey myth of the week, we can do that going forward. I have absolutely no issue with that. Mike will, but we won't listen. Right, who's your bet for this one, Lee? Get your predictions in the chat as well.
I am going to put my money on Oblivion this time.
So if you just keep guessing him, one day it'll happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
This race. He's the race 2 guy.
He's the race 2 guy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Right, there we go. Then 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Race 2 of the evening. The partial reverse grid race is go. Oh, and somebody jumped the start. Was it Oblivion? No, he got away. Maybe just launched perfectly Oblivion, but away we go. He's
malfunctioning.
It looked like he jumped the start, but he seemed to he didn't get a penalty, so maybe he was okay. I've got a very mixed up order for some reason. There we go, sorted himself out now. Goy leads then. And he's got, oh, look at the gap. The carp's checked out.
The carp has absolutely checked out. Royston second. He's got past Nobby Norris. Any chaos?
A good thing or a bad thing?
Any chaos? Are we all okay? Somebody's wide.
Okay,
oh no!
Oh, that
Goy.
That looked like a carp in the wall.
That's
it was
gone
a carp
wrong.
In the wall. Oh,
that's gone worse.
Nobby Norris has come together again. 2 races in a row.
Oh, guys, you can't park there, sir. Oh, put it on. He's had a perfect opportunity to have a good result, and it's gone wrong in half a lap. But Royston leads.
Outside of Nobby Norris, and then Bread up the inside.
So Bread
making moves early on. Bread flying up the order.
Yeah. And Nobby Norris
get away
incredibly wide.
Oblivion and Oven side by side. Oh wow! Side by side into each other, and they overtake Mikey in the process as well.
Just can't see anything. Just lights. There we go.
They emerge from the tunnel to complete lap 1, and Royston then is your leader. 1.3 seconds as well, so a big lead there for Royston.
Nobby, is he going to take a look at Bread? Bread's going to go very defensive. Homer's cheering on Royston in the chat. Oh, Nobby Norris has gone wide. Matt Man's through. And Oven's there as well.
Oven's got back ahead of Oblivion.
Go, Royston! Run away!
Oh, Brad there with the twitch as they came through that long right-hander. That man a little bit of a cork in the bottle.
Oh, I'm gutted for Goy. Mikey's been well and truly boxed in. He's struggling to get past. To the outside of Bruce Lee. He's not going to make that one work. She's going to lift off. Race 2 and race 3 are always just about patience. Wait for any carnage and pick your moments.
Drifting into the tunnel.
And weirdly, he's oh no, I thought he was still gaining time, but he's not. Face Potter's closer up to Royston, but he's got a half-second penalty. Bread's under pressure from Matt Man and Nobby Norris now. He's going to go really defensive to the inside. And this is a potential 3 wide situation, which I feel uncomfortable with.
Oven defending from Oblivion as well.
Oh, Matt Man, he tried to get up the inside of Bread.
Oblivion up the inside of like 3 or 4 cars.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's going to get 3.
Good God.
Oh,
was that aggressive or was it good? I didn't watch.
It seemed to just be good placement. Everybody ran a little bit wide. He kept it right on the apex and swung up the inside of Oven and Matt Man.
Oh, there's contact between Oven and Matt Man. Matt Man's ended up wide as a result. He's lost a few positions. And now
Bruce Lee's in the wall.
Recipe for Jams put him in a wall as well.
Bump. It's a bit of bump and grind.
Oh God! Somebody's round. Somebody's very round.
Into the dust.
I'm hard, Bruce Lee.
Oh my goodness, mate.
That was... Well...
Oh, Oblivion sideways.
Lads, calm down. You was all really well behaved in the first race.
Well, yeah, the one who's checking out is Royston, 2.6 seconds now the lead.
Get in! Sorry, impartial commentary.
Off.
Partial commentary.
When? Since when? It wasn't even a partial commentary like before. Why are we going to start now?
Come on, Royston!
Here we go, it's 2 wide, is it about to be 3 wide as Bread gets squeezed over by Nobby? Oh, Nobby's gone through, round the outside goes Space Potter, Bread comes back on the brakes.
Oh, Nobby, why are you going that way?
I think Bread gave him maybe a hip and shoulder.
Not on oblique.
Oh, Mikey's on the inside of Oblivion.
No. A hip and shoulder.
Here comes Oven on Nobby Norris. Nobby hanging on around the outside. That's brave. Oh, but Owen gets it done.
Royston 2.5. Bread has got back up into P2, but he's been under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think if he can stay clear of Face Potter and Oven, and that he might be able to chase him down, but they've been tripping over each other a lot the last couple of laps.
Yeah, Face Potter's pretty quick. Royston is off ski, I agree.
In the background.
Oh, everyone's going all over the place over that curb. We're a quarter of the way through the race.
Goy's recovered to P11.
There we go.
And he's actually not far off the back of recipe for Jam, Matman and Callum either, so...
Poor old Bruce Lee, he's dropped down the order with a 1 second penalty. I'm not sure what happened, I just saw him skid off at the bottom of my picture. And
Oblivion sending it on Mikey, and Face Potter up the inside of Oven. He's got it done, he has. Bread's cut through there, but Oven and Oblivion have not been able... Oh, Mikey's wide. He's kept it on the black stuff loop. Not been able to cut through quite so easily.
Just need to... Like we were saying earlier on, these guys in this train here, they just need to kind of not scrap too much and try and focus on closing down towards the front runners.
Which Bread is now doing, having got clear. That gap was 2.3, it's now 1.4.
So I think Royston must have had a moment there, because I looked at the end of the first sector and it was still 2.1. So let's have a look at Royston's lap time
wide,
here.
Yeah, through that left-hander there, and that's just let Bread take about 3 or 4 tenths off of him.
Yeah, Oven's got past Potter. I mean, they are side by side, but yeah, Potter might be able to have a run on him back into turn 1 here. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Royston. Oh no, he's a 12.3 to be fair. Bread just done 11.1, so yeah, that's a very fast lap. Face Potter's trying to go around the outside. He's maybe going to try and cut back for a bit of overspeed, but he's got the job done. Mikey past Nobby Norris into P6. Go and check further back. Callum's in P8. Matman 9th, recipe for Jam 10. Goy P11. He's got a penalty as well, so it's going to drop him back towards Owen, who's got Dane with him as well. And poor old Bruce Lee of another penalty. He's not having the best of races, but Royston is under all sorts of pressure.
Yep, Bread has arrived on the scene.
Oh, he's also arrived in the wall.
Yeah, he's struck the wall. That'll give Royston some breathing room down the straight.
I must admit, given Bread's pace, it almost feels inevitable.
Oblivion and Face Potter side by side, straight. Oblivion trying to get the inside line for the hairpin. Send it on the brakes, which he does.
Face Potter likes that wide line around turn 1, or turn 2 technically.
Yeah. Worked out though, Oblivion has covered him off, so Oblivion up to 4th now.
He's really impressed me this season, Oblivion. He's never done league racing before, and he's very much warm into it. He's going to definitely be a GT2 driver next season, 1,000,000%. As to be honest with you, I think a lot of these guys would be capable of racing in GT2. So it's getting quite competitive, this old league, isn't it?
Mikey looking now at Face Potter into the right-hander. Opens the door. Obviously, there's got the inside for the left. And Wildbred this time has got the run out the tunnel sorted. Feel there may be a move into turn 1. Reach half race distance.
Brett doesn't need to rush this. I know he's got oven closing, but he doesn't need to do anything silly. He's going to try and maybe cut back on him, is he?
Looks like it's going for a wide entry. Gives himself a run down the hill.
Yeah,
got a
difficult
good
to overtake down here though. Oven's taken a tenth or so out. Royston doing all the right things. Mikey and Face Potter. Oh, there's contact. That's Mikey's fault. That's completely Mikey's fault. He's lifted off. Nobby's gone through.
Face Potter's still kicking the tyre smoke.
Dirty driver.
Later, but he's gathered it up there, so great control.
He's always been good at racing games. He was neglected as a child, I think his father's just said. Fair play. Fair play to you, Colombian Jonesy. I respect it.
I just saw in the chat before the race started, by the way, that Oblivion said that that name has now stuck. He now calls him at home.
What a Colombian Jonesy. I respect it. Right, Bread for the lead, but Oven and Oblivion is there, so Royston could very quickly go from first to fourth, is my fear for him here, because these guys are incredibly fast.
The inside for the hairpin though, so there's a chance to send it back on the brakes.
Yeah, Royston is going to tuck behind. Sensible, I think.
Yeah.
He's got 3.6 seconds back to FaZe Potter and Nobby, who are battered, and FaZe Potter's got a 1 second penalty.
Nobby's going on P5.
He is. He's definitely got it in the locker, Nobby. He just doesn't have too much time to practice. But Bread at this point needs to capitalise on Oven and Oblivion being tucked in behind where they are and hope they fight like they are now.
Oblivion looking at the inside to the right hander and hangs on around the outside, gives him the inside for the next corner.
Right, FaZe Potter's dropped to 7th because of his penalty. Callum's got a half-second one. Nobby Norris is 5th with Mikey in 6th. And Mikey is closing. Matt Mann, Recipe for Jam. Recipe for Jam, massive improvement again this week. He's not been like far off like he was at the back towards the first couple of weeks. And whatnot, he had a really good result at Maggiore, and he seems to have kicked on from there. So
still forgiven Oblivion for that.
No, that was out of order. As much as we like Oblivion, that was out of order. That is the Colombian flag there. Ecuador's got little bits in the middle of it.
They're doing a good job, still P2. Oblivion tripping over themselves a little bit too much to attack Royston properly.
Oblivion's giving him a little tap.
A little bit there.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a knock-on effect, I think, there. Oh, seen some blue flags. Bruce Lee's about to be lapped. Sadly, I think he's pulled over. Oh, he's spun. He's spun.
Oh, that's one way to get out of the way.
Yep. And he's left. He's vanished. I think Potter came around the corner and Leviosa him over the wall.
Oblivion up the inside of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, Bread's got a 3-second gap.
Bread checked out. Oblivion then makes the move for P3, and now he's in the slipstream going for P2.
Who do you think is going to win Bathurst tomorrow? That's difficult. My money's on either you, Pagani, Pine, but I also think SBY's got a shout because he's very quick there.
Going to be interesting battle between those three.
Royston. Yes, we have. I mean, we'll go through that actually. We should probably tell everyone what's coming up this week. We'll do that at the end of this race. Right, well, Royston's doing a really good job holding on to P2 here because Oven and Oblivion are still trying to trade positions.
Been there for like 3 laps now. Oh,
yeah.
As we say that, goes the commentator.
Yeah. Sorry, Royston.
Always hold on though. No.
I think it's delivery.
He refuses to be cursed.
Intimidating. Bread's 3.7 seconds clear. But we've seen Bread spin for no reason in the past.
So
so you never know. 4.1 seconds is the gap.
Just don't go.
Oh, Royston.
Owen with a good launch out that right-hander into the tunnel. He's got the move done already. And Oblivion's now having a look as well.
Yeah, Royston's tucked into the slipstream.
Running it. Might have a chance.
Yeah,
outside,
if I'm Oven, I'm not wanting to give Oblivion the slipstream here, but Royston's gone deep. That's allowed Oblivion to go through. Royston does have 2.5 seconds back to Nobby Norris, so if he can stay with him, I mean, Mikey's putting Nobby under some pressure as well, so there we go. But this has been a hell of a battle. Colombian Jonesy, you are correct.
So that superb defence is finally broken.
Oh, Oven half-second penalty though.
Ooh. Probably cost him P2. Can Royston hang on, get back onto the podium? This corner here, which is quite a tricky one because obviously you have to do different lines. There was often lights the rears up, it's sliding, and that just seems to be where Royston was losing a lot of time. He's slipping, he slipped back a bit there again.
Yeah, Bread's 4.5 seconds clear. Your money would be on him here, I think. Nobby Norris 5th. Mikey's pushing him along. Mikey's going to pull to the inside.
This is probably the right side to have as well.
And he's going to take a look up the inside. This should be fairly straightforward, but it is Mike.
How respectful does he want to be on the brakes? No, he's got the move done, so got to move for Mikey, P5.
I felt a very small percentage of pride there. It was weird.
You did tell him he needed a big week out of him this week.
Yeah, I didn't mean tonight though. I meant tomorrow. Callum and Goy battling for P8. Goy's recovered well considering his earlier off. If he can get himself back up to 8, he'd be really chuffed for that.
It's on to Mapman.
And Dane is just handsome and elegant, and just there. It's just lovely to watch, isn't it, Dane? When you look at Dane, you just think, yeah, I feel happy.
Absolutely.
The People's Champion, I think this is on the back of his car.
Well, Oblivion has now cleared Oven, who's had served his penalty. It's a tune of 1.8 seconds, so Oblivion is off and running. Now, can he chase down Bread? It's a big ask in 3 laps.
11.2. Oblivion's got the fastest lap with 11 flat, which is what Bread's just done. So Bread's actually gone 2/10 quicker than him there. It's a statement, if ever I've seen one. Mikey's closing down Royston for P4. I mean, he was until he outbroke himself at turn 1. And now he's back under pressure from Nobby, so we'll move on from that. Face Potter another half-second penalty.
Nobby in this one.
And Goy's got past Callum, and Dane is there with them, so let's go on board with Dane. Let's do that. Oh, Dane up the inside. Lovely move. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, Goy. Oh, he's done it again. He's done it again.
Oh, Callum as well. Oh, he saves the spin as a slide and catches the wall.
Oh, Goy Carp.
To be fair to him, I did pretty much the same thing on Monday in GTI League. So.
I've just had a fantastic video idea for Goy to make of himself going off there. Have you seen the famous Arsenal fan video where he goes, "He's done it again, you dirty little..." That one.
Yes.
Yeah, do that one. That's a good video idea.
Royston piling over P4 now.
Oh. This is probably going to be the most polite battle you've watched.
So Mikey probably punts him.
Yeah, oh, Nobby's all over the place behind. It's quite frightening. Full send from Nobby. I admire it.
There.
Yeah, I admire it from Nobby. I really do.
Nobby Norris is a race winner, of course. Royston now has to put those defensive skills he learned earlier on Oven and Oblivion onto Mikey now.
Yeah, well, Bread has said if you want this win, you have to go faster than a 110.8. So Yeah, he's going well at the minute. Is our resident American. He's on the final lap of the race. He's got 5.6 seconds back to Oblivion. He's driving really, really well. Oven in P3. Royston and Mikey going in towards turn 1. Mikey should have the job done here.
He's going to go wide out, trying to go the switch back.
Yeah, he's had a good run. I think he's had to lift a little bit there. Everything was right there from Royston, but couldn't quite get the run out. But Mikey up to 4th, and it's the same front 4 as we had last race.
The first 3 in reverse order.
See, look, love that.
A little bit of symmetry in FTRL. He's had a good run. That's cleared Royston. I don't think Royston's going to come back. In fact, now Royston's looking in his mirrors at Nobby Norris.
Yeah.
He fancies a P5.
But this is the man. Oh, Oblivion half-second penalty. I don't think it's going to affect him, no. But Bread has driven absolutely superbly as he crosses the line to win race number 2 of the evening.
Happy with that one.
Yeah, Oblivion P2, a good result. Oven P3, it's another podium. Mikey with another P4 for the evening. And Royston Nobby, it's going to be a photo finish. And Royston holds on 26 hundredths of a second. 26 thousandths, apologies. 26 hundredths, I said, for no reason. Nobby Norris 6th, FaZe Potter 7th, Dane, just a beautiful P8. Callum P9, Matman 10, 5 Bottles is come 11th. Recipe for Jam 12th, Owen 13th, and Bruce Lee has vanished.
The magician.
My nan's now texting me saying, I vote for Paganini.
Paganini.
Yeah.
Pagiani.
It's poor. Sorry you've all had to witness that. There we go. Right, well, let's save this one and then let's just change the grid order for reverse championship order.
Reverse championship order. So this is the chaos race.
The chaos race,
this
indeed.
is the more chaos race.
So, it is FaZe Potter starting on pole. So he's in a very good position because he's had good pace tonight. Recipe for Jam is 2nd. Woo, go Aaron's nan. Please don't. Dane, P3. Owen, P4. And then the Carp, Mr. Goy in P5. Callum in P6. Bruce Lee. Next in line. Then Mikey. Then Nobby Norris, and then Royston, then Matman, then Zombie, who's not here, then Oblivion, then Bread, and then Oven. Everyone's saying Fanny Lynn is lovely. She is. She's a wonderful lady. Right. And Grandad Bob too. Also correct. How many second warning should we give them, Lee?
Second, sorry?
How many seconds warning should we give them?
Let's give them 48.
48 second warning.
Which should just give us enough time to talk about what's coming up tomorrow and Friday.
Yes, would you like to do that?
Go on then. So then, with it being it's the first of the 2 special events in GT1 and GT2 this week. So the championship is a little bit different format this week. So we're not in the Hondas, either the Group 2 or the Group 3. We are in the Porsche 911 GT3s this week. And we have a race Thursday at Bathurst and Friday at Fuji. Now, each team from each division will have one of their drivers present on track. So one driver from GT1, one driver from GT2 on the Thursday, and then the other 2 who don't take part on the Thursday race on the Friday. All the GT2 drivers can use a soft tyre, or the GT1 drivers can only use the medium tyre, which should make it a little bit interesting. And no individual driver points are on offer this week. It's purely for the teams. So working together is going to be an optimal. So yes.
Yes, very much so. So yes, only team points available this week for the. So this is the biggest opportunity that the lads have got outside of their normal championship weeks to help their teams qualify for the grand finale in week 10 at Le Mans. It's not Le Mans, it's Spa. I'm lying.
That's a different race.
Yeah, it's a different race, yeah. So, yeah, should be interesting. Like I said, the GT2 boys on the soft tyres, the GT1 boys on the mediums. It should be quite a spicy one. I'm looking forward to that. And it's some really competitive grids as well, because there's a lot of guys in GT2 who aren't far off the pace in GT1, and they get the advantage of soft tyres. So you could see quite a jumbled up order, I reckon.
Indeed, I think there's definitely be a few mixing in there from GT2 with GT1. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm quite frightened. I was really hoping to do Bathurst, but I've ended up having to do Fuji because Mr. Blue Flag is filling in for Graham. So as our GT2 driver, he's doing one race as himself and then one race as Graham, and he feels better on the softs at Fuji. So yeah, concerning, but we move. I've got a race against Tom and Witchell and Chubbs and you and all sorts of problems. So top 10's the aim.
So
right,
looking to get that first.
Yeah, for the final time this evening, Mr. Lee Cole.
Here we go then, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the final race of the evening is go. Good start from Callum, not a great cut from Royston. Potter's got a good launch from Pole, and he will lead us into the hairpin the first time. Dane come up to challenge Recipe for Jam for second. Gives him the squeeze. Goy trying to get down the inside as well. Finds the door shut in his face. Owen around the outside there. Then a good run down the hill. Everybody has got around safely. Big movers in. Oblivion's already up to 9th. Owen's up to 12th, so they've had good starts. That man down to 13th. Not the best start from him.
Face Potter's a bit jumpy on the old leg.
Good job he's in the lead then.
You are correct in that, Chubbs. Very much. A fairly good start. Face Potter's led the first lap well. Recipe for Jam's tucked in nicely in P2. And as we've seen before in race 3, all you've got to do is drive consistent at the front and hope that there's a bit of chaos behind, and you have the really good opportunity of a very good result. So
inevitable chaos. Oblivion then already up to 7th, making a move on Owen for 6th.
Recipe for Jam
going to help by
for the lead. Up the inside, Recipe for Jam's going to hold it down the inside.
It's 3 wide on
Job
there.
done.
Oblivion, Callum and Owen.
A new race leader.
Front. Is it second time lucky for Recipe for Jam then? And well, the man on the move is Oblivion.
Potter with a massive slide. And he's got away with it.
Oh, there's more. Oh, Callum's off in the gravel where the guy went off on race 2.
Oblivion's up to 5th already. Oven's down in 10th and Bread is in 13th. So Oblivion going very well indeed. Goy Carp's up with the front runners as well in P4.
Oblivion, I think, having not won his obligatory race 2, is making his mission to win race 3, is quite sliding into the tunnel.
I'm not sure whether he was helped or whether it was just traction, but either way. But they've got 1.3 seconds back to Owen, who's going well in P6. And then Nobby Norris heads the train of Oven, Bruce Lee, Mikey, Royston, Bread and Callum. Oh, and Matt Man's tucked in there as well. Oh, Oblivion needs to just be a tad more patient. Loads of time to get this done.
So he's got the speed. We've got Recipe for Jam just on a 1:12.1. And Oblivion, of course, has been doing 1:10s. And they're 1:11s, so he's got plenty of time on lap 3 of 16.
Oh, Royston!
Oh, Goy's off again.
Oh no!
Same place as last time. Oh, he's off again on the outside.
Owen's
as well.
followed him.
Owen's off as well. Goy's around.
Oh, you have parked there, sir. Oh, Royston.
Royston's off. Bruce Lee as well.
Oh, well, very polite of you all. Recipe for Jam, 2.8 seconds clear. He's doing it again.
Lighting the rears up coming into the tunnel.
Derek, for tomorrow night, GT2 drivers, well, for this week, GT2 drivers are only on the soft tyres. And the GT1 boys are only on the medium tyres. So you get the pace advantage, but obviously you have a bit more tyre wear. It's down to you however you want to drive the car. But yes, GT2 only on softs, GT1 only on mediums. That's the crack.
Having had a sluggish start, Oven is up to 5th.
Yep.
Clear that pack, and he's now trying to hunt down Oblivion, so Oblivion might now get the hurry up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to him, he's settled into the race a bit more. I know what it's like, especially when you have a good start. You want to just get to the front as quickly as you can, but yeah, no, he's settled in, tucked in nicely. Potter and Dana.
Schmidt does very well, isn't it? He can just cut through relatively easily.
Yes, because everyone moves out of the way for him.
Oh, is that,
Yeah.
Bales and all sorts on the track. They're coming into the first tunnel from last lap's incidents.
And Dane, half-second penalty, which is a shame. Recipe for Jam, 2.5 clear. He's going well.
Gets down the inside up to 3rd.
Yeah, Oblivion, he's going to have a run on Potter here, I think.
Yep. Front Recipe for Jam, 2.6 seconds in the lead. Is Oblivion going to deny him again, though? Turn 1, he looks at the inside. Face Potter goes wide. He's going to have momentum off the corner though, but Oblivion tries to shut the door. Finds Face Potter there though. By side down the hill. Who's going to yield? One is on neither. And I will be right.
To be honest, fair play to them both.
Oh, they've got around. Oh, there's the contact there though.
Ooh.
And Face Potter's back through again.
It is the full course of Fuji, correct? Oh, Dane served his penalty.
Not really a short course of Fuji, is
it's
it?
just without a little chicane, isn't it?
Like a Mickey Mouse chicane at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Oblivion back up the inside, this time gets the move done.
And Bread's now appeared right behind Oven as well, so all the speedy boys are making their way to the front. Recipe for Jam, 4 seconds.
He's making hay. This is exactly what he did at Maggiore. 11.5 on lap 3, that's 11.6 again, yeah, so getting his lap times down nice. They're solid laps. He will not be losing too much time. So what's Oblivion done that to a 12.7, so he's 1.1 seconds he's got that lap. But they're more battling behind him.
Well, that's what he wants. He wants Oven to put Oblivion under as much pressure as possible.
Yep.
Now, the thing to do if you are Oven is work with Oblivion here and try and stay with him until the end. But
I'm doing everything. If he can keep doing 11.6s, then he might even hold this just on pace.
Yeah. Callum and Owen scrapping. Coming down the hill. Callum's very wide. He's had to come off. And Owen goes through. Goikart's not going too well down in 13th. He's had really good pace. It's just this little chicane here has been his nemesis for the whole race week. Oh, poor old Royston.
Damon Potter battling for 5th. Mikey was 9th.
11th probably. No, he's 9th.
Can you make it 3/4 places in the night?
No. No. I'm gonna confirm in advance. No. Recipe for Jam, 3 seconds now. He's done 11.6 up to a 12.2.
Yeah, he's a little bit scruffy through that hairpin where we saw Goy go off and various others. It's a bit scruffy there, so that's where he's lost his time.
It's intimidating when you see the sort of fastest 3 drivers in the division in the next 3 positions behind you and you've got a lead. It can be very difficult sometimes because you'll just find yourself watching that gap. But he's doing really, really well. Again, regardless, he should be on for a good result.
He's got ahead of... sorry, he slipped back from Face Potter, but he's now got Norris, Matman and Mikey closing in. falling. A bit of no man's land in P10. Callum Ward in a bit of no man's land P11. Bruce Lee behind him with a half-second penalty. But recovering Goy, closing in on Royston. Dramas dropped him off the back.
Halfway through the final race of the evening, please do drop us a like and stuff.
Kenrick's dog apparently giving the neighbours a barking at. He's had a good hairpin that time. He's pulled out a couple of tenths again, so it's not a foregone conclusion that you're going to catch him. Stay clean. Oven now starting to work on the back of Oblivion, who are already showing quite heavy tyre wear.
It's impressive, isn't it, his tyre wear?
It is. I don't know quite how he's doing it. He's just very clearly just really sending it into the corners. Bread having won the last race, what can he do? Not trying to close down on two ahead of him. Oven's thinking about a move hit. Fakes to the inside, goes to the outside. Side by side, he's got the momentum. Oblivion gives him a hip and shoulder. Stay as they are. Drop down then through this sweeping left-right S's section. A little bit wide there. Oven thought about putting the nose in. Thought better of it. It's tricky. I think a big problem with this circuit is a lot of it's off camber. So you just push wide, and it's obviously walls and dust everywhere. You can't really afford to stray off the track. Difficult section. Despite they're battling, they've just taken another couple of tenths out of the lead. Oblivion has a bit of a kick of oversteer there as he gets the power down. Again, those two getting a better run into the tunnel there, and that's just gaining them speed all the way down this straight there, so chipping away at that lead now down to 1.6 seconds. Second half of the race.
Yeah. To be fair to Recipe for Jam, he's doing some really, really solid laps.
Yep. Big battle going on for P5 as well. You got FaZe Potter, Dane, Matman, and then Nobby and Mikey just a couple of seconds behind as well. Just dropped off a little bit. .11.9, 11.8, solid laps from Recipe for Jam. Bread has just about got in touch with the two ahead of him.
Yeah, he's hanging on, isn't he, Bread? He's doing just what he needs to do, yeah.
He's there. He's had a great couple of corners and he's there now, so now this is now a 3-car battle for P2.
Bide your time, pick your moments, that's what I tell everybody.
Yep.
I'm really impressed with GT3. I know there's been a couple of incidents. Mikey's doing his best to come 11th. He's 9th with a half-second penalty. I think he's going to have to probably pull over and wait for Owen though if he wants to get his P11.
Callum, Goy and Bruce Lee coming together as well.
Yeah.
He's getting back in touch as well. Plodding on despite his earlier tribulations.
6 laps to go.
Under a second now for the lead. Continuing to chip away. The pressure is mounting. Bread has definitely got there now, so this is now almost into slipstream range now.
It's a very intriguing battle, this.
Indeed.
Who's your money on, Lee? I know it's a coin toss, really, but
it could be any. I mean, fair play to Recipe for Jam, but I think now that these three have got there, I think they will get him. He's looking racy again. I think it might really come down to how and when they manage to pass Recipe for Jam, because one of them can get ahead of him at a sector where it's a bit twisty and the others can't make it through. That could be key. I think Oblivion being the head of these three as well might be critical, though Oven's thinking about making... Oh, it's a big send!
Ooh, massive send. He's tried to hang on from losing that place to Oven. No, he's outbroke himself trying to keep Oven behind. The fair play, he's conceded position.
Rattled the cage of Recipe for Jam a little bit. Has let Oven through. Could that be critical? Oh, he's got 2 cars to overtake more than just the one. Oblivion, Brad, who was just looking like he might have dropped away a little bit, it's caught back up again as they've had that little incident. So Brad's very much there. We've got second covering the front 4.
I think Brad, to be honest with you, reacted to what was going on ahead of him. I think he sort of lifted off and waited, but
trying to get to the inside. He's now lifted as well. I think there's a bit more contact there, and is that now Oblivion to the back of Oven. Gets up the inside, coming into the tunnel. Both now going to be scrapping over the slipstream. Where does Recipe for Jam go? Stays left. It's going to give Oven the slipstream. Bread's now right there. Is he going to bump draft or is he going to make it 3 wide? He's going to make it 3 wide. Recipe for Jam is going to look at his mirror and just see a wall of cars. Oh, big contact!
Massive contact. Poor old Recipe for Jam. Huge contact. Did not deserve that. FaZe Potter's going to go through. Matt Mann's going to possibly get him as well.
Contact with Oblivion, more contact with Oblivion.
And Bread's gone through to take the race lead. Oblivion tucks in behind. Everybody wanted to get their position done. Nobody wanted to lose out to each other. And once again, they all outbroke themselves into turn 1 and made contact with poor old Recipe for Jam, who does not deserve to be down in 7th. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, Oblivion sent it on Oven.
A little bit too ambitious. Everybody trying to hang on.
Bread's trying to break away while these two are scrapping.
Exactly what
double
Bread
Oven
needs
up the inside.
do. This is a proper scrap now between these two.
Gloves are off. Very much gloves are off again.
Yeah, Oven.
1.2 seconds clear. But who could be? I say we need to see that again. You've got 4 cars arriving at the hairpin. It's not really going to work. It's 3 wide as they arrive, and somebody hit somebody, and the end result was Recipe for Jam. Ends up in the dirt and around.
There's 2.5 laps to go, and Bread looks like the man.
He's very much the man at Tokyo, just before the break as well. Is this going to be the point? Oh, FaZe Potter in the wall. Matt was in the dirt. Contact with Dane as he rejoins.
Sorry to the rest of the field, we've not really watched you in this race, but it's been so intriguing, this battle at the front.
The dirt as well. Elizabeth jams up the inside. Mikey has drops back, and he can see P11.
He's doing his best. Tactical drop of positions by Mikey here. Bread 1.1 seconds. Yeah. Oven 6/10 ahead of Oblivion.
Now just 2 laps to go, so these two have got to get that gap down. They've got to start closing in. Bread doing everything right at this stage. Again, he's only going to get the 1 point back off Oven, but every little will help. Oven's had a good run there. He's brought a couple of tenths down. A bit of a slide, and in fact Oblivion's had a moment. He slipped back. He's out of slipstream range.
Oh, Bread has put himself under a bit of pressure with a lap to go.
Yeah, scruffy middle sector from Bread. However, he's had a good run there.
He's a very good run, yeah.
But Oven's now had the run into the tunnel, so he's closing again.
Yeah, he's going to be in slipstream range, albeit a distant one. But he's in.
I think Bread will be okay into turn 1. But Oven will be closing. Final lap then. Here we go. Can Bread hang on? Can Oven get there? And can Oblivion do anything about the 2 ahead of him? He's probably been the quickest of the three tonight, Oblivion, but he's going to come away by the look of it without a victory, which is a bit of a shock. Half a second.
Oh, she's very close. Oven's had a really good final lap. Let's see what Bread's made of.
Pressure.
Can he hold the championship leader behind? Every point is crucial.
I'm going to go purple in the middle sector. That's what Oven's doing.
Can Bread hold on?
This corner could be critical, then run to the line. He's gone for the wide sweep in. Oh, big drift though. And is that going to let Bread get away? No, he's still closing.
I think he's going to have enough to hold on.
Yep.
Coming to the line.
Snake down the road, but like slipstream. I think Bread's got it. He does.
Yeah, great work from Bread. Superb drive. Oven second, Oblivion third. The same podium for all races. Matman's going to come home for P4. FaZe Potter P5. And Dane's on his back. And Nobby and Dane. Well. Oh, FaZe Potter can't do that.
Oh, Nobby.
Dane P6, Nobby P7, Recipe for Jam 8, really unlucky. Mikey P9, Goy P10, just holds off Owen. Callum 11, sorry, Callum 12, Brucey 13, and Royston P14. Excellent racing tonight, Lee. Couple of little.
Indeed. GT3 just delivers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just really good.
It's great. It's exciting.
It's just really good. However, there's a very strong likelihood that I won't be able to commentate it next week. We have a match on at work. It's the final 100 game at Emirates Old Trafford. So I might need a favour from someone. But we'll come on to that. I mean, I'll try my best to get back for it, but we'll see. But nevertheless, superb. Lovely to be back. As we've mentioned, we've got Bathurst tomorrow night. Will you be commentating that, Lee?
I shall, yes.
You shall. Excellent. And then we have Fuji on Friday, which will still be hosted by Zach, or Switchback, as you know him. Please do come and show some support. It's going to be a mixture of GT1 and GT2 on the grid for both nights. So, very intriguing to see how it all pans out. But thank you for your company tonight, Lee. Much appreciated. And please do like and everything before you go. And we will see you next time.
See you, bye.